moving forward in partnership with Indigenous communities in the spirit of reconciliation and collaboration. I'd ask if I could have a motion for the waiver of the minutes to the next meeting. Moved by Councillor Massey, seconded by Councillor Porter. All those in favor? And that is carried. We have one item of new business today. We have the acknowledgement and apology for 1911 Council Resolution. This falls under Community Services Committee. Councillor Espy.
Thank you, Worship. As stated, the issue is to formally acknowledge and apologize for past mistakes of the city in order to rebuild relationships with our Indigenous partners. One of Council's top strategic priorities is to make meaningful steps in reconciliation with our Indigenous partners. Part of that process is acknowledging our city's past actions that were blatantly racially motivated and sent a clear message that First Nations people were not welcome to live in our city. Most notably, but not exclusively, the 1911 resolution carried by City Council asking for the removal of Dakota people from the city boundaries. We cannot move forward unless we speak about our past, understand how it has impacted the Dakota people, and learn from it as a community. On March 20th, 1911, the Council of the City of Portage, Prairie passed the following resolution: that the Secretary be instructed to write the Indian agent suggesting that in the opinion of this Council, it is advisable to have the Indians removed from their present location in the city, owing to their habits of drinking and immorality. Also, the fact that when the children leave their school, they have nothing to look forward to. In our opinion, it would be advisable to have them placed where they would have more land for farm purposes. As a result of the resolution being unanimously passed, a letter was sent to the City Secretary-Treasurer to Portage's, from City Secretary-Treasurer to Portage's Indian agent requesting that the Indian Department in Ottawa take steps to remove Indians farther from temptation and give some land to work, and thus promote or induce habits of industry and self-support. The current Council of the City of Portage Prairie recognizes the 1911 resolution as symbolic of the racism felt by Indigenous people here in our city. They wish to formally apologize to the Dakota people and move forward toward rebuilding relationships. To further recognize the importance of this step towards reconciliation, Council will be naming a green space on Island Park Dakota Oyate Park, meaning Dakota people. It will be marked with a commemorative plaque and help educate current and future generations. It is the administrative recommendation that the Council of the City of Portage Prairie acknowledge the damaging resolution passed by Council on March 20th, 1911, and offer a sincere apology on behalf of the city, and that Council approve the naming of Dakota Oyate Park. And I so move.
Moved by Councillor Espy, seconded by
I will second, your worship.
Councillor Doyle. Councillor Massey, how do you vote?
I vote in favor, your worship.
Thank you. Councillor Meyer, how do you vote?
I vote in favor, your worship.
Thank you. Councillor Espy, how do you vote?
I vote in favor, your worship.
Thank you. Councillor Porter, how do you vote?
I vote in favor, your worship.
Thank you. Councillor Nichols, how do you vote?
I vote in favor, your worship.
Thank you. Councillor Doyle, how do you vote?
I vote in favor, your worship.
That is carried unanimously. We will adjourn this special meeting of council at 5:21 p.m. Thank you.
Premier Wab Canoe was present and greeted the crowd. He also celebrated with the drum band at the end of the ceremony. From the Portage Online Newsroom, I'm Mike Bloom.